Howdy, good morning. My name is Rob and you're watching Junk Monkey Treasures. Now folks, it's been several days since I posted a video. I've been busy as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs. This is my busiest time of the year as a reseller. Getting out there and getting content recorded for you guys has been a challenge. I've actually been out there trying to get you guys some content. Not only is it my busiest time of the year, but the places where I go out to source, it's their busiest time of the year too. And what with crowds, it can be tough. People are clamoring to get the stuff first. And there are quite a few very aggressive people out there. I'm aggressive to a point, but not to the point of being rude and just snatching things out of people's hands or reaching around them and grabbing things. And yeah, that happens. Happens to me a lot. And it's one of those things that I don't tolerate very well, is when people are doing rude things like that. Suffice it to say, it was happening so much that I was having to scrap so many clips because people were in there doing that I ended up with not enough content for you guys. And it also affects my mood. When I'm angry and aggravated, I don't want to show you guys that. It is part of this, and you can't let it defeat you. But again, this is my busiest time of the year. This is how I make my living. So instead of trying to continue to film and source to make my living, I have to concentrate on one or the other. I have to put fuel on the fire that keeps me warm, so to speak. None of my social media content, including YouTube, are monetized. None of them. I do this because I enjoy it. Now, I do want to get monetized, make no mistake about that. And we're getting close. So I appreciate you guys coming along with me on my little treasure hunts. Anywho, we got quite a few things going out of here today. And when we get done packing it all up, we're going to head out there and see if we can't do some treasure hunting and see if I can't get some content for you guys. It might be a little less showing you guys the shelves and a lot more me standing here in the shop talking to you. But let me show you what we got going out of here. And it's going to lead into my Junk Monkey tips and tricks. Okay, we have a set of 10 of these salad plates going out. These are Flint Ridge China. They're made in USA. They are very nice quality porcelain, vintage, made in USA. 10 of those. The customer contacted me. Rapid fire 3 messages. Normally that's a red flag, but not in this case. She contacted me, wanted to know if she could just drive through my town and pick them up. Save me the trouble. And before I can answer, she hit me back up and says, "Oh, I'm sorry, that was for a different item in a different seller. I'm so sorry. But I do want your plates also, and can I please stop when I come through your town in a couple of weeks and just pick them up?" And I was thinking about it. I'm like, how do I go about helping this customer and appeasing eBay also? Because I didn't have local pickup on there, and while there are offers out, you can't edit that kind of stuff in the listing. And so wrapping my head around that, thinking about it, she just went ahead and bought them. She'll get them before she has to leave on her trip. So that's a pretty good sell. Let's see what else we got going on. We sold the Griswold Dutch oven, the number 7. You probably saw me pick this up in one of my bins videos, going to the Goodwill bins. And customer contacted me right after the sale, talking about, please pack it well and blah blah, this and that and the other. I've ordered others and they didn't pack them right and they come in broken, and I'm like, man, I promise you I'm going to take real good care of you. Look at my feedback, you'll see that I receive a lot of positive feedback for how well I package. But I had to reassure him 2 or 3 times that I would take very good care of his Dutch oven here. Let's see, we had a whole bunch of VHS going out of here this morning, 4 of them. Well, that considers a whole bunch, but that's $15, $20 worth of profit. We can take that $15, $20 and go buy something that'll bring even more profit. We sold a couple of these "What Do You Meme" new seal games. Another item you probably saw me pick up in a Ben's video. This is another customer that reached out to me and they're like, I need this by the 11th. This was yesterday, which was Sunday. Today is Monday. It's the 9th. In order for me to get them out to him, they offered to pay extra for the shipping. I'm like, yeah, I don't think you understand. The only possible way for me to get these out to you on time and get them to you by the 11th is if I create a new listing for just 2 items and I make the shipping FedEx overnight. I'm like, okay, I'll look for it tomorrow. I'm like, no, we need to do this tonight, and I'm working on the listing right now. So I got it listed, put the FedEx on there, and he bought from the regular, just ground shipping, because I got free shipping on these things. He saw how expensive it was going to be. It was going to be no less than $60 or $70 to overnight this to him, and probably more. But yeah, so those are going out. He said if they don't get here on time, he'll save them for next year. Well, all right, you're going to be saving them for next year. We had a Thomas the Train piece going out of here. We had a Dragon Ball Z action figure going out of here. We have 3 remote controls. One of these, this one right here, I've had listed for a couple of years, maybe 3 or more. But it finally found a new home. These things are so cheap for me to source. They're easy to test, easy to clean, easy to store, easy to ship. So that's why I don't mind hanging on to small, lightweight things that are like this. That brings us to our last one. It sold again, this time for $130 instead of $140. And last time we talked about this, I was thinking about not refunding the original shipping from the original buyer. Turns out it's a moot point. I sent it free shipping, and it's going out free shipping again. But we did find another buyer for it real quick. I'm happy to send it on to its new home. And speaking of free shipping, that brings me to the Junk Monkey tips and tricks of the day. If you're going to do this, your strategies are going to have to change constantly. There is rarely a month, or at the very least a quarter, where I don't change or tweak some part of my strategy. Currently, the thing that I'm changing is offering free shipping. It's not really free shipping, it's shipping included. They just don't have an option for me to say that. And the way it works is you offer free shipping, but you have to roll the cost of the shipping into the item. You have to be careful. You have to know the maximum it's going to cost you to ship something. I live here in Oregon. Excuse me. I ship a lot of stuff to Miami, Florida. For some reason, I just ship a lot of stuff to Miami, Florida. I got all kind of theories about it, but suffice it to say, I ship a lot of things to the far corner of the continent from me. So I know what those maximum shipping labels cost. So I roll that into the price of the item. Now you have to be careful doing that also, because your shipping supplies cost you money right out of your pocket. And yes, those supplies are tax deductible. However, that money still came out of your pocket. It's still gone. You have to replace that money. Okay? Otherwise, it's just a loss, period. So roll the cost of the label and the shipping material into the item and offer free shipping. That's what not on everything. Some of the larger, heavier items, I still have calculated shipping, and I'm not changing everything every day. I end all my listings that are every night before I go to bed. I end all the listings that are going to end the next day. Unless they're an evergreen listing, which is something that I've already tweaked so many times and got it priced so low that it's not worth taking it down and relisting it again. So every day I take those down, and as I put them back up, I sell similar. That gives it a brand new number. You can't stop there. You have to change something about that listing. If it's gone through once, twice, 3, 4, 5, however many times, and it didn't sell, there's something wrong with that listing or that item. So change your title a little bit, change your pictures a little bit. You can edit them, add a little contrast, crop them, add a little light, whatever it takes. Change the description, add a keyword, check all of your item specifics. Make sure every single one of them is filled out as correctly as possible. Even the ones that don't matter about that item, put something in there, a hash mark, a period, a keyword. If it will allow you to put it in there, put it in there to help you sell that item. Trust me, it will. Anywho, changing over to free shipping has boosted the number of items that I sell significantly. And I say that during Q4, the fourth quarter, busiest time of the year for me, because I know what the last 3 Q4s have been like for me, and we're doing much better than those. So I attribute that to the free shipping. Anyway, that's my tips and tricks for the day. We're going to get all of this packaged up, labeled, dropped off at the post office, and I'll see you when we get inside one of those thrift stores. So like and subscribe, come along for the ride. Let's go and see if we can find some treasure. And just like that, we are in. It's been a few days since we've been here. Ooh, that's nice. That is a heavy cut to clear, ruby red glass cut to clear ornament. And it doesn't have a damn price tag on it. We will get us a price tag for it, I promise. But it's been a few days since we've been in here. I've been too busy. So hopefully there's a bunch of new stuff on the shelf. We're gonna put that in the cart. Ooh, they want $13 for it. All right, but we're gonna put it in the cart and think about it, but most likely those will go back. See if we can find something else on my favorite part of the store. It's very light, color flashed, scuffed up. Alrighty. Let's see, there's a wall pocket right there we're gonna get a look at for $240. Man, that's heavy. That's a hobbyist piece, I believe. Now let's turn around and get a look at the shelf with the big stuff on it, big vases and whatnot. I don't see anything. There's an older figurine, probably made in Japan, and she's got her hair braid broke off, and they're rolling a new card out for us. That will be electronics, and I already see good stuff. Hang tight, folks. Well, we found a VCR Panasonic and this little radio, vintage radio, handheld. So we're gonna look it up. We're gonna look that VCR up too. I'm completely sold out of them. I have one more combo unit that's also a DVD recorder that I need to get tested and listed. There is something I've been looking for, but I don't think the Ladybug colorway is gonna do it. We just went through Thanksgiving, and the wife loves making the deviled eggs, and we have 2 or 3 deviled egg platters, but for some reason we can't find them. So I've been on the hunt for another one. There's some Cape Cod Avon ruby red glass. Well, I'd love to see the day where Avon come around as a collectible. I love it, and there's a lot of other people that love it, so I always tell you guys, if it's got fish on it, check it out. This is going to be a hobbyist piece from 2007. It's pretty well done for a hobbyist piece, but it's still a hobbyist piece. I think we're going to go ahead and leave that here. The spoon rest is a tourist piece from Jamaica, and it's chipped. All right, folks, I'll bring you back in when we find something. Well, they brought a new cart out, but it was mostly pots and pans. And while I was in the area, I did spot a flower frog. Unfortunately, they want $4.50 for it. Just a little too much for that. And we put everything back so far except the glass ornament. The radio turned out is not vintage. It's just made to look vintage, made in China, and just not worth anything. The VCR is one of the older ones that has the all-metal casing that's extra deep, so it doesn't really fit the boxes that I stock to sell VCRs. And they don't sell very well, so we left that one. So we're back to almost square one. We're going to make our second trip around. This time we're going to move a little slower. See if there's anything we missed, like overpriced clear glass flower frogs. Hopefully the next thing we find that we missed is a little more valuable and has a little more reasonable for us price. Well, we did find these 2 glass insulators, and lo and behold, they're not just beat all to heck and back. Unfortunately, these are Hemingways. And Hemingways, so I can get that in focus for you. These are quite possibly the most common of them. And at $4.50 a piece, we're going to leave those. If they were $2.49 or $1.49, we might think about picking them up. But being as common as they are, they're not easy to sell. It's hard to find a home for them. I would say that Pyrex has seen better days.
That's probably what it is.
That's cool. Amazing Fantasies number 15, wall art. They want $4.50 for it. That is not Pyrex, and it's chipped in several places. Pretty sure that's Fire King. All right, folks, I'll bring you back in later. All right, folks, I've shown this thing before, and they've got it marked $14.99. I happen to have a 50% off sticker or coupon in my pocket, and I normally wait for these to go half off, or better yet, find them at the bins. But I think since I've got that half off sticker and picking has been very thin here today, we're going to go ahead and pick it up. If it does go to half off sale day, somebody else might beat me to it, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up today. I have walked past this thing a dozen times, picked it up once or twice. It's almost like it's got something broke off the tip of it. It's signed art studio art pottery. So I'm like, let me look it up. It comes up as art gallery, tree of light, whatever. I can't make that out. I just can't match that signature up with art gallery or whatever it is. So, this is why I like looking up weird stuff. I wish I could get a more definitive answer on who made that, but oh well, it is what it is. We're gonna leave it here. Well, folks, that was not a bad trip into my local Goodwill. If you saw yesterday's video, you know I've been having a problem with time and crowds and whatnot, so we made it out of there with 3 things. Now, I had a 50% off coupon. I also have a rewards card, and between those 2 things I was able to pick up this bread machine. It's made by a company called Well Built, DAK, but I sell the parts out of these. Now, I normally wait until they're 3/4 off, or I find them at the bins, and then I just pull the paddle out and take a picture of the paddle and the name tag on the machine so I can get the model number and all of that. This one, however, with the between the 50% off coupon and my almost $5 in rewards points, I was able to get this thing. I paid $6 for the 3 items I got. I got me a shirt, a vintage cut glass Christmas ornament, and this machine for $6. So basically $2 a piece. Can't beat that. You just can't complain about it. But this one is a little special. I went ahead and pulled the trigger on it because it has this thing on it, which I'm not sure what it is. I've never seen that before. So we're going to do a real good job looking this up and get this listed. Mainly the parts in these R2-D2 style machines are these two pieces right here, the paddle and the rubber gasket. I normally get anywhere from $25 to $30 for these two things right here, and only having paid $2 for this thing, that's a pretty good return on our investment. So there you go, folks. That's what we got in this trip. While we were packing all those orders at the beginning of the movie, we had 2 more VHSs sell, and we went ahead and packed those up and shipped them out. And later that day and this morning, we had 3 more sales. So VHS is flying off the shelf. I've got a ton of work to do today. We're going to get out there and do some more filming for you guys, but we've got a lot of stuff to pack up. You'll have to stick around till tomorrow's video to see that. Thank you for coming on one of my little treasure hunting adventures. I absolutely appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope to see you in a future video. So y'all come back now. You hear?